WPKY. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz is a place to shop for delicious homemade goodness. Hancock's makes their own fresh chicken salad, pimento cheese, salads, and a variety of mouthwatering desserts sure to please your entire family. While at Hancock's, be sure to visit their meat department for the best selection of USDA choice meats in the area. Hancock's Neighborhood Market in Cadiz, hometown homemade goodness, and the Hancock name you know and trust for quality for your family. Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Cadiz.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and even life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that anyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
August is already here. Can you believe it? Hi, this is Hannah Hadlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. We want to help save parents some money. We are having a back-to-school sale for the month of August. We are offering 20% off of all wall decor that would be perfect to decorate those dorm rooms. We are offering in our boutique all summer clothes 50% off and new arrivals 10%. Wow, sounds like a great time to come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. They're located at 235 Northville Drive, right next to the bowling alley. We are also your local U-Haul dealer. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. Everything a home should be.
The Caldwell County Water District has just let us know about a bull water advisory that is now effective until further notice for the following customers here in Caldwell County. That's 1801 to 3382 on Highway 128, so all within 1801 to 3382 on Highway 128, as well as McGowan Station Road, 1125 to 2117B on Rock Springs Road. Again, that's 1125 to 2217B on Rock Springs Road, and all of Travis Road. So again, those following customers are under a bull water advisory until further notice. Again, that's 1801 to 3382 Highway 128 here in Caldwell County, as well as McGowan Station Road, all of that road, as well as all of Travis Road, and then 1125 to 2217B on Rock Springs Road. We will let you know when that bull advisory has been lifted, but again, that is until further notice. No.
Music from a time when you could make everybody laugh by saying, well,
Tiger Soccer brought to you by Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, Kenny-Rao Rural Electric, Planters Bank, Tri-Shoes Incorporated, Fredonia Valley Bank, Princeton Electric Plant Board, the Woodall Agency, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant, Forno Gas Company, KFC A&W, Morgan's Funeral Home, Jeff Rousseau, Attorney at Law, Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, and Trilogy Performance Sports.
Welcome to Butler Stadium. We're listening live to Tiger Soccer action. You're here with Derick Fuqua and Adam Ball ready to call tonight's game. Hopefully the Tigers can get a win here to end the skid that they're on. Adam, it looks like it may be a somewhat even game as the Tigers are looking to attack now.
Yeah, they look like they're holding their own on them right now, and just need to get the ball worked up on this side of the field, and now we've got to turn back around, and then it goes Hagan. Hagan's going to play it back up.
Yeah, Hagan, he's playing a more central position today as they got Jack actually back playing as a center defender. So that's a strategic change that Coach Schaefer has implemented from the last game. That was a tough loss. You've seen it on the faces of some of the players that came off. I believe they thought they could win this. So Coach Schaefer decided he's going to reach into his pocket, bag of tricks, and hopefully pull something out and change up a little bit and maybe start a winning streak here for the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. We need to get things moved around so where he can start turning some of these into some W's and bring the boys' confidence up. They definitely got the skill and the players that can do it.
As Colin Schaefer looks to take a shot there, ball he does hang on to it, takes a deflection.
Going to get on it.
He's still on it deep in the left corner, and the ball does go out for a goal kick. Unfortunate for the Tigers, but that was one of those dangerous situations that Schaefer had it just at 20 yards out. Defender goes down, but he's able to get the ball around him, and a lucky deflection falls to Vivrette, just not able to make anything of it 4 minutes into this game. Ball is cleared out by Fort Campbell. Now Fort Campbell's looking to possess, looking to find something on the left-hand side. I had to get these names. These are some tricky ones for Fort Campbell, as they normally always are. But we'll do the best we can tonight getting through it, hopefully pulling you along with us at home.
Coming across now with Trimble on the ball. Play a drop back. Maybe not.
Hunter Trimble doing a good job of being able to turn his defender and try to get the ball out. Does go out for a Fort Campbell throw-in right here in front of our stand. Caldwell County attacking from the Main Street side towards Washington Street as a Fort Campbell defender goes down and draws a free kick. And currently both of these teams are in the second region, with Caldwell County pulling the the last spot, and Fort Campbell just ahead of them. Fort Campbell does have one win on the season, so that was against Lyon County, which we will play a little later on this season.
Number 6 controlling for Fort Campbell. That is Mandis. Mandis with the ball going to corner now. Campbell playing around, keeping possession of it, playing back to the middle at the top of the key.
Looks like Fort Campbell just confident in themselves right now to keep possession. Number 6, Mandis, again looks to drive and gains another free kick just outside the 18. This is a dangerous ball for any team to be on as Barrett goes to set his wall. Oh, wow. That was a nice effort by Mandis, who chips the wall, looking for, I believe that's number 9. Number 9 is Noah Sloan, who plays one across right to the open arms of Barrett Schultz.
Campbell controlling it, bringing it down. And looks like he's going to go for a Fort Campbell throw-in now.
Now, Adam, Tuesday night, the Tigers did a great job starting off the game by keeping possession, had a couple stints of possessing the ball, and for a team that's not very deep on the bench, that's very important. Tonight, looks like Fort Campbell's doing that on this half, or at the beginning of this game. So, I mean, is there a potential advantage to between the two differences, I guess, from tonight versus Tuesday?
I think the main thing that we've seen so far this year is just getting in our groove. It takes us a couple minutes here and there, but once they get in the groove and find it, and our Tigers eventually start keying up the passes with each other and just connecting and just finding that magic between them. And it just takes a little bit to get the jitters and stuff away.
Sure, I thought from Tuesday night, the way we started, we had possession and moving the ball, and I'm thinking this is going to pay dividends to us towards the end of the game, and that one didn't go in our favor. So maybe the opposite can be said about tonight's game, as the ball does find Colin Schaefer in the middle of the field, makes a chop move around one defender with eyes up, and it's a clean tackle by number 11, but Colin does a good job of ball back.
Grabs it back up. Oh, and he lost it there, and coming back up with Fort Campbell.
Looks like Schaefer was looking for a back heel to Ethan Witherspoon, but maybe a little different pages between the two, but Colin working hard now to get back and get numbers behind the ball.
Andrew Isley on the ball now, dropped it back to Trimble. Playing out wide at number 9 with Fort Campbell. He's going to drop it back in. Comes in Ethan Witherspoon, throw the ball back, sent up by Colin Schaefer. Vibrett on the run.
Good pressure by Vibrett. Earns the Tigers a throw-in. We talked Tuesday about the youth up top between Ethan Witherspoon and Vibrett, and both playing like they're not freshmen. They're playing right with anybody, upperclassmen and all, that they face. And again, that was a good instance of just never giving up on both players there. Going to be a foul called, kind of soft foul called on Hagan in the middle of the field as the ball's played quickly by Fort Campbell, looking to pick out the left-hand side of number 8. It's going to be Johnny Panega, something similar to that. And shot is on, left-footed by Fort Campbell, but nothing there. Barrett was not fazed in the least at that shot. Fort Campbell's a team that from year to year can change. You really don't know what you're expecting. One player comes in from parents being stationed at the new base, and the team can completely change. So they are having a down year this year, but maybe they have new players that they're trying to link together. As that ball takes a weird deflection for Fort Campbell, but Michael Henry does a good job of being able to get rid of that.
Back in possession with Fort Campbell, playing it up to the middle. And Witherspoon in there again. Got the ball, bringing it up to Vibrett. Vibrett with the touch, controlling it. Looking for Witherspoon.
It's a good idea by Vibrett. Maybe a little too heavy there.
Out of bounds, Fort Campbell throw in. Back up, back to the middle of the field with number 6. He looks like to be one of their main ball handlers there. Number Jared Mandis. I hope we're saying that right. Like Derick said, we some names we'll probably mispronounce here and there. Oh, deflection off the ref. Sometimes those work good.
Yeah, that particular time, maybe we did, maybe we didn't, but Fort Campbell retains possession. The Gilbert Topete with the ball. Back to number 6. Amanda's crossing in the middle, and Jack Kinsolving with the ball going out. Viverett got a touch on the ball, played it forward to Witherspoon. Is he going to get there? Not going to get there, but had to put pressure on the keeper. Keeper couldn't do much with it.
No, he played it straight out of bounds, and now we got a Tiger throw in, and see if we can do something, create something with the ball up here, keep it on this end of the half, end of the field. Fort Campbell with the ball, bringing it back up, right in the middle with number 3, playing down the right side. Trimble stopped the ball. Number 32 with Fort Campbell, bringing it down the right side, cutting in the middle of the field. Taking a shot, but Schultz there with the save.
Tigers have done a good job so far of staying behind the ball, but that limits your attack. So they're having to attack direct, which we do have speed with. One good ball, on a good opportunity, and we could put the Tigers ahead.
Fort Campbell playing up the left side, down on the left, crossing into the middle. Picked off again by Hunter Trimble. Hunter Trimble has really made leaps and bounds too. He's become a very vital part of this Tiger team. Viverett playing the ball up the middle. Benair for the volley. Risley goes after it. Viverett again.
Great touches there.
Viverett up
great
with
ball. Referee calls for the foul for the Tigers, as that was a dangerous.
No, it's going to be for Campbell. Fort Campbell, the Falcons are going to get the ball. Be a free kick for the Falcons.
The referee. Oh, okay. Referee called stoppage to the down. I was wondering what was going on. He called stoppage. Checked the ball. Maybe it was New England Patriots ball we got out on the field. A little underinflated. The referee seemed to think, but they're going to say play on. But yeah, I mean, it looked to be a foul on the Tigers, but guess not. Tigers with a holding a high line, try to keep them, draw them off sides. Michael Henry still battling.
Campbell down on the right side of the field, playing up the line. Fort Campbell going down the right corner. Dribbling it, going to the middle of the field, plays it in the middle. Number 24 with Fort Campbell, but Hagan there to stop him. Playing it back up to number 3 with Fort Campbell.
That's Gilbert Topete doing or is it Cerritos? I'm not sure. It's one
I'm
of the two.
It's probably Cerritos.
He's the one that started, it looks like. So, yeah, you get multiple numbers on the Fort Campbell with a shot on almost frame. If that frame's 36 feet wider, it's on frame at that point. But goes a little left. But the Tigers have been somewhat stagnant tonight. As I refer back to Tuesday because it was just a couple days that we were back here on the Tiger broadcasting the game against St. Mary's and Viverett. As he's rushing the ball now, defending deep into the Fort Campbell territory. He had a great game in the first half, getting up and down on the wing. So I'm wondering and wanting to see them play more balls over the top on his side and letting him run onto that. As Fort Campbell now looks to attack, the ball is cleared away by Michael Henry, looking for Ethan Witherspoon.
Witherspoon with the ball, pull.
Oh, quick shot. Oh, and that
just wide.
Wasn't a bad idea. Seeing the keeper was off his line, looked up and had to go with his left foot, and it too just goes wide.
A substitution in for Fort Campbell. Joshua Murphy coming off and Ben Hyde coming in.
Bryson Bannister for the Tigers checks in for Colin Schaefer in the middle of the pitch. And see if he and Ethan and Viverett can link together a little here. Ball is played to Hagan off of the goal kick, takes a deflection, and Fort Campbell's back on the attack.
Viverett got a hold of it, dropped the Trimble, played it up, back to Viverett now. And Number 3, Cerritos plays the ball up front. Stopped again by Hunter Trimble. And the ball back up on the right side of the field. Controlled again by Cerritos, number 3, Fort Campbell. Dribbling down, going out to the right corner, down to number 32, Fort Campbell. Playing with the ball, sends it across. Trimble there again with the stop. Now for a Falcon throw-in.
Trimble's done a great job so far in this game, keeping it and denying chances for Fort Campbell. As Andrew Risley does his part on this side, ball's played in, and Barrett has to come out and cleanly catch it.
Going to the side, down to number 11 for the Tigers, Darian Francis.
Darian Francis, a new addition this here. I believe his first game was with St. Mary's Tuesday. I think he's just got a couple of practices in, and hopefully he can be a big contributing factor for him.
Play back up by the Falcons down the right side, and coming from the corner now in the Tigers box. Shot deflected, stop by Jack Kinsolvin. And the Falcons played it high up over the goal. Going to be a goal kick for the Tigers.
Thankfully, so far for the Tigers have been able to keep the Falcons outside of the 18 for the most part, and the shots that have been put on towards Barrett hasn't had a lot of spice on it, hasn't had a lot of sauce. So Barrett's been able to deal with them pretty easily, but you continue to allow them to shoot, and it's getting some dangerous things can happen. 24 minutes left to go in this first half. It is 0-0 here at Butler Stadium.
Ball going down the middle of the field, down to number 6 with the Falcons.
Oh, that was a nice shot. Just tailing off, though, slicing away from the near post. That's Mandus again. Mandus, Jared, we'll call him either way.
He may just go with Jared.
We know how to pronounce that one for sure. So he was able to get something on it, and that may be the most power that we've seen out of the Falcons tonight. Long goal kick by Barrett as it gets through the defense. Ethan Witherspoon on the run, touches inside the 18. Shot is on, and keeper does a great job.
There'll be a follow-up by Risley.
Oh, my.
Just over the corner there.
Wow.
Just on top of the goal.
That has by far probably been 2 of the best opportunities of the game for either team. The initial shot on by Witherspoon, 1v1 with the keeper, and then really with an open net. He did have to go up and over, but Andrew Risley just puts that one over the crossbar.
Played out now from a goal kick by the Falcons, and another shot on goal by Bryson Bannister.
Hey, that was a quick, easy first-time shot. Takes a bounce, and the keeper has to deal with it. And had a little trouble there. So the hand so far doesn't seem to be the cleanest for the Falcon goalkeeper. So maybe if he gets tested a few more times, the Tigers can pick a goal up.
Falcons in control on the far side of the field, bringing it back to the middle to number 3, Cerritos, playing it up to Jared. Jared's going down the middle field, across half field, playing it to the right corner. And it's going to go straight down the middle to Schultz.
We mentioned Andrew Risley a little bit. Andrew Risley is the only goal scorer for the Tigers this year as he picked his first one up. As the ball again is cleared completely over the defense of Fort Campbell, as Fort Campbell's holding a high line on goal kicks, which is making Witherspoon start from a little deeper, but he's faster than all of them. So as Tigers pressure again hard, Bryson Bannister is able to put the Falcons under pressure and earn a throw-in in the attacking third. Deep throw by Nathaniel Paredes, does find Bryson Bannister again with a shot. And from our angle, that one looks like it's on frame, but it again tails off to the left. So that's 3 real quick shots for the Tigers. The first opportunity, it's almost contagious now that there's hope. So.
And that's what we need. We need to get up here and build the boys' confidence up and get some quick shots on goal. Put the pressure up here on the Falcons and turn us around. We're really starting to strive, and you can see the hunger now. Ball coming down the right side. We're in the middle third, in the middle half of the field. Going down towards the goal, number 24, Jack Kinsolvin there to stop it. Drops it back to Schultz. Schultz plays it back out. Number 8 with Falcons. Plays it up and kicks it straight out of bounds. It's going to be another Tigers goal kick.
That's some confidence in your goalkeeper. As Jack Kinsolvin standing about 6 yards away from the goalie, drops it back with a defender on his back in front of the goal mouth. If you're not confident in your keeper, that ball goes in the back of the net with an own goal. So Barrett Schultz did do a great job and was expecting. I believe he was calling for the drop, but that's one of those things. It's good to see that we don't go down early just with some simple mistakes like that.
And Schultz, the keeper, he is. There's a lot of confidence that you're going to play it back to him and he's going to get the ball out.
Sure, and he brings a lot of experience and a lot of leadership to that back line, who has some young players like Hunter Trimble on it, who's done very well and helped a lot for this Tiger team early on. As Cerritos looks to survey the field, playing a two-man game now against Andrew Risley and Trimble. Ball's whipped in. Jack Kinsolving with the clearance. Hagan got a foot on it to go a little further, but the ball does bounce to Fort Campbell.
Number 6, Derick going with it, and a way play to get by Trimble. Another shot put on goal, but goes wide.
Jack Kinsolving gets a touch on it, as looks like Schultz had a bead on it, but shots like that, if you're in the way and you can get a deflection, sometimes you just have to do it and live with the corner kick. Fort Campbell looks to play it short. Plays Cerritos. Cerritos plays it in, whips it in. Kinsolving there to get a head on it again.
Played just outside the 18. Everybody's fumbling with the ball. Goes in. And Andrew Risley with the save, playing out wide. With Bryce Manson playing up now. Ethan Witherspoon coming down the center of the field, and they call offsides. I didn't see that.
That was
one.
Awful close one.
Yeah, I didn't see that one, but we'll go with it. You know, you can't argue with the refs.
You can, just doesn't do much good.
We've both been there.
Players, coaches, or fans. So as Fort Campbell looks to play that one square, it goes all the way out on our side, near side here for a Caldwell County throw-in. Sometimes they like to say, ball never lies. Turns the ball back over to Caldwell County here at midfield.
Colin Schaefer coming back on the field. Ethan Witherspoon is going to come off and take a break for a minute. Ball played in by Hunter Trimble into Michael Henry. Colin controlling the ball, bringing it up to Risley. Risley touches. Now back at the middle of the field, controlled back by the Falcons. It's in the center field, number 7, playing it up to Cerritos. Cerritos had a bad touch on it, went out of bounds with another Tigers throw in.
Talk about for the Tigers, a lot of the freshmen that are having to give big minutes and big positions for this team. This Fort Campbell team only comes in with 2 seniors. They do have a small, legitimate group of juniors, it looks like, but them too also are playing with lots of freshmen and sophomores. So relatively looking for big minutes out of younger, less experienced players on both sides here as Fort Campbell looks to break. And that time again, maybe just a little bit miscommunication by some of the younger players, as Colin Schaefer does a great job on a turn to clear to get away once again by the Falcons.
Playing on the far side of the field, down on the left-hand side, looks like it's going to be a Tiger throw-in. Nathan Paredes with the ball, looking to go in, throws it in the center, going to Josh Hagan. The Falcons get there first, bring down the middle of the field, and a shot. I would say that was a shot, but it rolls right into Schultz's hands.
Yeah, again, it's another one. I'm not thinking he got all of it that he wanted, because it was one that barely even made it to the keeper with the shot. He had the space, though, and that's something you don't want to see as a Tiger, is giving them that space to shoot. Eventually, they're going to get a hold of a good one. Colin Schaefer picks the ball up in the middle of the field, surveying left or right, decides to go right, plays the ball into Blake Vibrett.
Over the keeper.
Yes. Goal! First goal of the game by Blake Vibrett with an assist to Colin Schaefer. Second goal of the season for the Tigers to give them a 1-0 lead. 17 minutes left to go in this first half.
And that's how you want to start off a game. You want to start out coming out and put one in the back of the net first, put a little more pressure, build these guys up, let them come out with some fire, and put a couple more in.
It was just moments ago that Coach Schaefer swapped Ethan Witherspoon with Blake Vibrett. Vibrett normally doesn't play that high attacker. Normally he's playing out wide, but just that little difference in play and maybe the finishing, I think Witherspoon maybe growing up played in a little more of a defensive position, correct? You familiar with him a little more than I am?
Yes. We've had him in coaching in middle school season, and that's where we primarily played him was a center back, and he's got extraordinary speed. He's such an athlete, and just.
That's a legitimate foul there by Hagan. Chalk that one up and back up and set up. But, yeah, and that's one thing, to initially see him as an attacker this season was kind of I didn't know about. But so far, the pressure that he applies on a back line of a defense is second to none, and especially the teams that we've played.
He just has an intensity about him. That speed, he can. There's not too many people he can't beat on a foot race, and that was one of the things we definitely needed for this team for this year with the seniors that we graduated last year.
Sure, and then you take the fact that Blake Viverette, the one who just moments ago put one in the back of the net, is not slow either. I mean, he not only is he not slow, but he's also one that has been an attacker for, I guess, most of his life, you could say, with a nice cheeky heel touch to play a 1-2 back with him as he's now putting the back line under pressure. But again, it's a confidence that you see now building in the Tigers as they're looking to get countered. Jack Kinsolving trying to battle with two players. Fort Campbell able to win it back just outside the 18.
Played to the middle, deflection off of Hunter Trimble coming down the right side with number 8 with the Falcons. Coming in at the top of the 18, crossed over, and that one is going to be...
He saved it.
Saved it and still playing, still alive in the far end of the field, but plays it in now. Looks like he's trying to put a cross or pass over and just played straight out of bounds for a Tigers goal kick. It looks like Bryson's going to come out and Ethan Witherspoon back in the field there.
That's one of those balls and moments a couple times there that if you're playing on any other field besides Butler Stadium, that ball rolls out of bounds. But we do have that little uphill incline there right in front of our goal that over time the school board and the groundskeepers are slowly starting to shape out of it. But as being as old as this facility is, and anybody that's ever played soccer in the county has played on this field, so Blake Viverette looks again to attack down the right-hand side.
Looks like he got pushed out of bounds there, ball on out, deflected off him last. It's going to be a Falcons throw in.
But now you've got both speed out of Witherspoon and Viverette looks to be in the center of the pitch today. So maybe they can feed off each other and we can put another one in, put a little breathing room between the two teams.
Ball out, played in again. It'll be another throw in with the Falcons down the far end of the field. And Josh Hagan with a stop, playing it back up to Viverette. Viverette challenges the ball, number 6, Jared, winning the ball again. He seems to be one of the Falcons' main ball handlers there. Played across the field to number 8, going down towards his 18 into the box, but picked up by Schultz.
If you're going to play a through ball against these Tigers, you're going to have to play a good one because we're talking about speed, and that's one thing Barrett has too. He's quick, and he's always been quick, and he's quick off his line. That's the way he plays. Sometimes he'll play a sweeper-keeper almost, and that time he had to be, and really no hope for the Fort Campbell attack. As that ball rolls out of bounds, it's going to be a Tiger throw-in, it looks like. Maybe Fort Campbell throw-in.
Looks like it's going to be a Fort Campbell throw-in. I think Witherspoon got a touch on it last minute. Played up. Number 6 again touched the ball down to the close end of the field here with us.
Trimble doing a good job to put it back in the mix. As that time the ball bounces all the way across field to Darian Francis.
It's Perez with the head of the ball and up to Josh Hagan. Now to Andrew Risley playing it up, looking for Ethan Witherspoon. Witherspoon going on the left side of the field in the defensive third of the Falcons.
Yes.
Foul there. Going to be a Tigers kick.
Jack Kinsolving coming up from the center back position. Looks like he's going to be the one to take this. You've got a couple players. This is another. The Falcons had a chance in a similar situation on the other end of the field, but this is a dangerous position for any team that has a free kick opportunity. You can whip one on frame, or you can play one in to about the 6-yard area, hoping to find someone on the end of it.
Jack Kinsolving's got an excellent foot. He's very accurate with it. He can pretty much put it where he wants. Puts it across, looking for Viverette. Viverette headed out of bounds just wide of the goal, just there. But he was there. They were making the connection.
Well, that's 3 in a row that I've now seen on a set piece, whether it's a corner kick or a free kick that Viverette's been able to get on the end of. And Viverette's got some height on him, but he's not the biggest kid on the field. And every time he seems to be able to find the ball in the air. So if he can get those directed on frame a little bit more, he might see some more goals coming up from him this season. As Francis and Bryson Bannister Bannister checks in and switches sides with Francis as Francis comes to this left-hand side now. Andrew Risley makes way for Bannister to come in.
Ball at the middle of the field, controlled by Kinsolving. Hagan with a touch up to Colin Schaefer. Schaefer controlling it. Just outside of the defensive third of the Falcons. Played it up. Ball kicked out by the Falcons. It'll be a Tigers throw in. Hunter Trimble taking it.
I seen something out of Blake Viverette and Ethan Witherspoon at that just moments ago that I haven't seen yet this season, and they actually were making runs opposite of each other and communicating at the top of the attack. So you're creating space and you're creating passing lanes by doing that. So the movement, everybody's starting to get on the same page as the Tigers prepare now for another corner kick.
Colin Schaefer with the ball and the play in. Hagan tried to get there. He looked to be the closest now. Bannister fighting for the ball. Falcons coming up the far end of the field, the left-hand side of the field. Looks like they're going to lose it away. Out on Tigers. Going to be a Falcons throw-in.
Tigers did a great job of being able to get numbers back as they got 4 now to 4v3 on the defensive end as the ball's played over the back line of the Tiger defense. Number 8 for Fort Campbell steps in, plays one across, looking for the far post, but misses everything. Ball rolls out of bounds for a Caldwell County goal kick. That was one that the step he had on Hunter Trimble at that moment, but when he ran out of room to get his hips turned and still have a good angle on goal.
Yeah, that number 8 seems to be one of their crucial players for the Falcons. Come down this right-hand side. Johnny Paniagua, I think is what we're going to go with, coming down that side, and just played it just wide going out.
Yeah, there's been many instances where him and Mandus in the middle have played 1-2s and wall passes trying to work each other in deep to the behind our defense, but so far no luck. Tiger defense has been able to hold strong tonight.
Number 3, Cerritos with the ball, playing it in the middle. Back to Mandus, playing it up to number 8 again. Paniagua going to the middle, just at the top of the 18, dribbling in. Looks like just a too much of a touch. Yeah, toe poke there. Got it pushed up, and Schultz scoops it up.
Just under 10 minutes left to go in the first half as the Tigers lead 1-0. Kind of foreign territory for the Tigers. This is the first time they've had a lead this season, but it's something that you want to, as Blake Vivrette blasts through the back line of the Fort Campbell defense. And that's a questionable call, but it sure looked like he played it.
Played it back to that keeper, scooped it up.
That should have been a free kick. It'd been indirect, regardless. But still, that's a dangerous position as Ethan Witherspoon puts pressure on the back line as they're trying to work the ball out. But the Tigers hopefully trying to get on a run here, a winning run as they go into district play here in a week or so.
Should be a Tigers throw in here. The referee giving the warning to the Falcons for referee talking to the players. A little tense out there right now. Everybody's hungry. Everybody wants to win, and you get like that. We remember the days of playing, and it got like that. Throwing for the Tigers from Hunter Trimble, dropped into Michael Henry, played across the field, but the Falcons picked it back up, playing it through ball to number 8. And he saved it.
He did save it. Again, that's that incline on this Butler Stadium field. But Trimble doing a great job of continuing to work as that ball takes a deflection now.
Falcons with the ball going down this right-hand side again. Coming down the line with number 23 on the Falcons, controlling the ball. But Hagan playing some great defense on it. Back up to Paniagua, number 8. Plays across the field just above the 18 and dropping it back to number 2. Now on the far side of the field. Nathan Perez is tied up with him, and a shot, I don't know if a shot across, but he kicked it in just over the goal, being a Tigers goal kick.
Again, keeping them outside the 18, and for all intents and purposes, if you can keep a team outside the 18 with a keeper like Barrett, Schultz in goal, you're in good hands. I mean, he can. You put it in the right spot, you're going to beat anybody. But for the most part, as a past all-region keeper, he's a great last defender for this Tiger team.
Oh, definitely. You're going to have to get it in there to put much past him. And our defense is looking a lot better. Ball up the right-hand side, Vivrette with a flick. Witherspoon trying to chase it down. The Falcons send it out of bounds for Tigers throwing it far to the field.
We talked a little earlier about the Paniagua on this right-hand side, and I believe that's what happened a little with Hunter Trimble. They've been having their own little battle game within a game here on this side, and so far it's been real fun to watch as there's been some crosses as Colin Schaefer looking to work at the top of the 18, and Fort Campbell's able to clear it out. This side looking for Paniagua as that ball rolls out of bounds for a Caldwell throw. But it's been fun as Trimble and Paniagua both have been having their own little back and forth here, and it's been clean. So that's how you play. You find somebody, and it makes for a fun night.
Oh, it definitely does. You like that inter-competition. The competition is itself, but you like the one-on-ones. Colin Schaefer controlling the ball. Falcons picked it back up. Paniagua coming down the center of the field, plays it up, and Michael Henry gets a touch on it up in the air. Paniagua still controlling the ball, just down from the half field. Colin Schaefer on him. Back to the center field, dribbling down number 3, Cerritos. Back out to Paniagua, just outside the 18. He rips up for a shot, but deflected off Colin Schaefer's back. To Jared Manis controlling the ball. Coming down just the right-hand side. Kind of just outside the 18, about 20 yards above it.
Again, the one thing that I'm impressed so far with the Tigers is that they are still giving space for Fort Campbell to get shots off. However, when the ball's turned over, they're getting back. So there is pressure initially to slow up the play. They're not getting it very many, if any. I haven't seen any 1v1s with the keepers. And those are the little things that you want to cut out, and because those are almost always going to go the offensive player's way. So, so far, the defense for the Tigers have held strong. 35 minutes into the first half. We got 5 minutes to play here. Hopefully the Tigers can, if nothing else, get another one as the ball played through the defense. Keeper has to come all the way out and meets Witherspoon face-to-face at the top of the 18.
Falcons bringing it down, looking towards the center field, playing up the center field, number 7 for the Falcons. Coming out wide to number 6, Mandis. Bad touch, but turned back over to Darian Francis. Back to the middle field, Brian. Falcons bringing up the far side, controlling the ball, playing possession, dropping it back to the middle again. But Colin Schaefer's there with a steal, pushing forward, going down the middle of the field. And Mandis drops back to touch him. Colin picks it back up. Colin's dribbling through, trying to press him.
Wow. In the end, there was, 5 defenders? 4
defenders trying to stop him, and he's got that hunger. He's wanting it, and that's what we want to see out of these Tigers, connecting real well and to dig deep with your heart, and let's turn this game into a 3-point game.
As the way that the normally you would not necessarily like that out of a player that's dribbling, taking on 3 or 4, but there was no other options for him at that point. He makes that run from midfield, and he takes it, and he's working his way through. And so, I mean, it was just great effort to be able to get a shot off as the Fort Campbell Falcons look to break. Jack Kinsolving steps in, and now looking to go the other way, plays one through, looking for Blake Viverette on the right-hand side. Viverette out, keeper's out. Both come again to the edge of the 18, and the keeper has to watch his placement of the ball so he's not out of bounds. It was all the way, it's called a handball, sorry. So it was all the way out to the edge of the 18 that time.
Played his middle field, Hagan with the ball, the touch on the ball, and Colin Schaefer controlling it. Can he hang on to the ball, turn back over to the Falcons? No, Colin picked it back up, drew him down the center field, looking for Witherspoon on the touch.
That's going to be
the player down for them, but he's getting back up.
Oh, it's a good ball whipped in, and it's going to float out for a corner or a goal kick. And that's one of those situations.
Looks like number 7's down for the Falcons, calling the ref on the field. We'll go to a commercial break here.
Just under 3 minutes left to go here at Butler Stadium. Tigers up 1-0. Got a player down for Fort Campbell, and we'll be right back with you here at the Tiger 103.3.
For a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
On this episode of the world's shortest sitcom by KFC. So what did we learn today, folks? Hey, KFC now has 4 different $20 fill-ups to feed a family of 4. Like my 8-piece extra crispy or 8-piece original recipe. 12-piece tenders or my new 6-piece boneless breast with all the fixings for just $20. Wow, that sure is one reactive audience. Anyways, see you next time. KFC is finger looking good. At participating KFCs, prices may vary. Tax and substitutions extra.
Back here at Butler Stadium as Fort Campbell player is up, walks off on his own accord. Just under 2 minutes to play as it's going to be a goal kick now coming up for Fort Campbell. Tigers leading in this first half, 1-0. Fort Campbell looking to attack going the opposite way, and it is snuffed out by Nathaniel Paredes. Perez doing a good job on the left-hand side, trying to stay with Mandis, who tries to cut to the goal line.
I don't believe that. I think that's number 35.
That is 35 all the way. Maybe I need my glasses. Jack Kinsolving with a chop, looking to release. Does so, finds Bryson Bannister to play a 1-2. Finds Kinsolving back. Schaefer in the middle. Schaefer's trying to battle, and Fort Campbell's able to win it back.
Looks like number 3, Cerritos with Falcons, drops us back to Mandis. Mandis now with the ball, dribbling it down, beats the defender. Kind of dribbling, hanging out. J.J. Harrell playing good defensive on him. Brad Viverette now on number 3, Cerritos.
I think Brad's not played in a few years there, but that's Blake. So
that's Blake.
It's a good shout out for Brad. I believe Brad probably played on this field at one time as well. So it's everyone that's ever played soccer in this community as a shot's on for Fort Campbell. And again, nothing to worry about for Schultz as that one sails high. But we've talked about the field, and it's almost a landmark in the soccer world in this half of the state. If anybody that you talk of Caldwell soccer knows of Butler Stadium and the wall, so it's kind of a nostalgia thing, if nothing else. So.
Yeah, you catch up with old players from other counties, and they say, "Oh yeah, we played soccer in the wall." And they know what you're talking about.
Goal kick played off of Fort Campbell's back. That is going to be number 8 again. Paniagua find Mandis. Viverette able to sniff that one out, looking to play the ball through too. Ooh, Ethan Witherspoon, but just a toe is gotten from Fort Campbell, and now we're going the other way.
Mandis controlling the ball, playing it forward to Cerritos. Cerritos and Kinsolving battling there. Kinsolving playing a good defensive back. That was a good move, and he's looking really comfortable back there. Played up to J.J. Harrell here on the close line, playing it in, but Cerritos steals the ball back, and Falcons are coming back down towards the offensive third.
J.J. Harrell, name we haven't mentioned much of the first half, but it come in and now stolen the ball from Paniagua as he goes to play the ball through. That's Demarion Bush as he's taken out. It should be a foul. And
coming a little late there.
They're going to call nothing, but it is a Caldwell County throw-in. So find Colin Schaefer in the middle. Now Schaefer looking to find Hunter Trimble again, as this time Paniagua takes it out. 1v1 with Jack Kinsolving on this right-hand side. Cuts in
to the top of the 18, dribbling into the box now, but Kinsolving staying with him. Kinsolving steals the ball away and goes to send it up the line to J.J. Harrell.
Good job by Jack, able to clear that out. Demarion Bush finds it and again plays it off Fort Campbell, and it's going to be a blue throw-in.
There's another new name for us.
Going to be a Caldwell County throw-in as we're now, Demarion Bush, this is his first game with the Tiger squad. We mentioned Jack Kinsolving moments ago, 1v1 with Paniagua, and knowing Jack as well as I do, he was outpaced, but Jack was able to get good defensive posture and positioning and able to win that ball. And that's sometimes, speed is a telltale and hard to stop, but he did a great job there. As the game comes to halftime, the Tigers leading 1-0 here at Butler Stadium with a goal from Blake Viverette with an assist from Colin Schaefer. We're going to go get a word from our sponsors here for a few minutes, and we'll bring it back and kind of recap the first half. You're listening to 103.3 The Tiger.
As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC. One of the unpleasant sides of summer are bug bites and ticks. Bugs, including mosquitoes, ticks, and some flies, can spread diseases, including Zika virus, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and Lyme disease. Reduce your risk by taking the following steps to prevent bug bites. Use insect repellent. Use EPA-registered insect repellents that contain at least 20% DEET for protection against mosquitoes, ticks, and other bugs. Other repellents may protect against mosquitoes, but are not effective against ticks and other bugs. When applying insect repellent, remember to spray all exposed skin, but also the clothing and shoes as well. Cover exposed skin. As much as possible, wear long-sleeve shirts, long pants, socks, and a hat. Tuck your shirt into your pants and your pants into your socks for maximum protection. Check yourself often. Once you return from outdoors, immediately check for ticks. Pay close attention to areas such as scalp, ears, armpits, groins, as ticks tend to frequent these areas. It's also helpful to shower as soon as you're inside if possible. Stay safe and try to avoid bugs and ticks this summer.
Great news. Any size ice cold and refreshing soft drinks are still just $1 at McDonald's every day. That's the news. Now the weather. Soft drink lovers at McDonald's report enjoying ice cold deliciousness. Also reported, chance of refreshment, 100%. Get any size soft drink for just $1, only at McDonald's. A la carte only, limited time offer at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Hi, Caldwell County. I'm Allie Coleman with First Southern National Bank, and I'm ready to service your next loan. Whether you're wanting to build your first home, buy an investment property, or add square footage for your growing family, we can tailor a solution just for you. Stop by my office at 101 West Washington Street in Princeton, or give me a call at 270-365-3545 to apply today. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409424, NMLS 1002990.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
The summer months are fading fast and everyone is settling back into their routines. With the kids back in school, you can now concentrate on summer projects you intended on doing, but you just never found time. Come see us at Fredonia Valley Bank and check out our consumer loans that could help you finance your next project. Purchase a car, truck, or a recreational vehicle to enjoy this fall. With only a couple of months left of warm weather, why wouldn't you drop in and spend some time talking to one of our friendly loan officers? The loan officers at Fredonia Valley Bank will help you make sound decisions when it comes to borrowing money and will guide you through the process. Fredonia Valley Bank is your real community bank, operating independently over 100 years, providing the people in our communities with the services they deserve. Located at 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, and 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
La Potosina in Princeton and Marion is the best place to experience delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine with an extensive menu that has something for everyone. Choose from local favorites like fajitas, chimichangas, burritos, and Maria's favorite with rice, grilled onions, and peppers, chicken, shrimp, steak, or a combination topped with La Potosina's mouth-watering cheese sauce. That's La Potosina with 2 locations to serve you in Princeton and Marion. La Potosina Mexican Restaurant.
Seasons come and seasons go, but something that can remain the same is reliability. And here at McGregor Group Heating and Air, reliability and honesty are a few of our top priorities. So if you're looking for heating and air service, give us a call at 270-896-5044 or come visit us at 960 Varmint Trace Road here in Princeton. We're the company that you can take comfort in.
Campbell electric members, did you know that outage information is right at the tip of your fingers? To enroll in outage texting with Pennyroyal Electric, all you have to do is text PRECC to 85700. That's PRECC. While you're at it, save 85700 in your contacts to make it easy. To report an outage, text the word out. To learn the status of an outage, text status. To unenroll, just text stop. It's super easy. Enroll today and be ready to text Pennyroyal Electric next time you're in the dark.
Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the Law Office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement.
Welcome back to Butler Stadium as the Caldwell County Tigers lead the Fort Campbell Falcons by a score of 1-0 here at halftime. Behind the goal from Blake Vivrette, who had a ball played wonderfully in from Colin Schaefer. Just a little toe poke over top of the goalkeeper and an easy bounce that goes into the back of the net. I'm here with Adam Ball. And Adam, what do you so far? What did you see in the first half that led to that from the Tigers?
I think that they started to get a little bit more confidence in themselves and were connected with each other and starting to look up. I feel like we start off a little frazzled and kind of get in a panic mode of where we just want to play the ball forward. And we're starting to actually look for our wings, our midfields up front, and looking for our forwards and trying to play something and be more accurate with the ball and looking for our connections, looking for our guys to make the runs, making the east-west runs, and just trying to play smart, keep possession.
Definitely, and and that's something big that I mentioned on Tuesday's broadcast, was that it was important for the Tigers to gain confidence in not only the game previously, but also this game and the next couple games leading up into district play, as their next game is Caldwell County, who is going to be arguably the favorite, if not, or the second favorite, if not the favorite in Region 1 to win that region. And Marshall County did up in them a couple weeks ago, but so that's Caldwell's next game, and then followed by Hopkins Central and Lyon County, I think, are coming up after that. So then you have Central and Madisonville North. So those are important games for the Tigers, and ultimately you play these early season games to build that confidence, to learn what works, how things are worked together, so we can prepare for that and hopefully get a good bye and a good sense of each other going into tournament district play.
And I agree with you. And a win here tonight would bring the confidence of these boys up so much. And I'm sure they're coming out in the second half, going to be hungry for it, as well as the Falcons are too. So we definitely can't let our guard down. Come out, play hard, and let's put a few more back in the back of the net.
And as you see, that's something that really brings a team together right there going into the second half. If you got your actually senior goalkeeper pulling your freshman forward off to the side and giving him instruction, because that's two players that have lived soccer most of their lives. Barrett's obviously life been a little bit longer as he's a little older, but that's the kind of leadership that seniors are for this team. And hopefully whatever it is that he told him, hopefully we'll see a goal come out of him and lead into a larger advantage for the Tigers the second half.
Ball is played in on the far side of the field with Risley coming down the left side, plays it up to Witherspoon, and the Falcons kick it out of bounds for a Tigers throw.
It's important. So many times you hear stories and those that have been underclassmen, and there's a fear from the upperclassmen, almost an intimidation factor. But, it's very important to see that kind of motivation and instruction, and both being receptive to each other. And that's how you grow as people. That's how you grow as a team. And hopefully, that's just great to see from a team that has been struggling so far. Hopefully this will give them a little confidence, and as that time Andrew Risley's looking to find Darian Francis on this right-hand side. Francis working hard.
With the ball now, Vivrette takes a shot.
That's a deep shot, and it wound up staying up. I thought it was going to drop, but that wound up finding itself flying straight into the keeper's hands.
Falcons plays it up, going down the center field now, fixing to cross into the defensive third for the Tigers, number 8.
Paniagua down on the right-hand side. This time Henry has the assignment to defend him as it's played across about 30 yards out. Campbell trying to find something as Colin Schaefer steps in and wins that ball back. Now looking for the counter. Colin Schaefer still holding off the defender. Tries to pick out Francis, but a little miscommunication between the two. But now the defensive shape of the Tigers looking to shape up and hopefully win this ball back quickly.
Paniagua controlling the ball on the far side of the field, and the Tigers defensive third, playing to the center now, number 24 for the Falcons. Cerato's coming in, battling with Colin. Schaefer seals the ball away, playing it up the middle, sends it up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon in a foot race now. Battling it out with number 23. Number 23 brings it back up the field, down on the far side of the field.
Number 23, Thomas Monroe, is one of the two seniors for the Falcons, and so you've got Ethan Witherspoon, who's a freshman, and the obvious size difference between the two players. But again, there's no quit in Witherspoon as he continued to battle there. Fort Campbell looking to attack now down this right-hand side. Paniagua plays the ball across, looking for somebody at the 6. Had to keep Barrett Schultz on his goal line, but the ball rolls out of bounds for a goal kick.
And again, you're coming outside. He looked like he was close to the 18 on that far end of the field and taking a shot from out there. And like you said earlier, we keep them on the 18 or further out trying to take these shots. It's definitely going to increase our odds to hold on to the win for the game.
Definitely. That ball was never a threat on goal.
No,
however, it was a good attempt at putting one across. So as long as everyone is defended as they were, there was no harm done there. As Barrett looked to play the ball back in to start the counter. Hagan with a head directed up towards goal. And
again,
trying to get something on the ground.
Number 6, Mandis, controlling it to the center of the field with the Falcons. And actually plays it up to his brother. That is his brother. That is Mandis. I corrected you earlier. It wasn't, but it is. That's going to be Caleb Mandis. Falcons played up wide, and it looks like it's going to be a Tigers throw-in.
Heavy touch by Fort Campbell trying to get that ball down, but ball rolls out of bounds for a Tiger throw. Vibrett stepping in, trying to flick that one on. Misdirected out for now a Fort Campbell throw.
Falcons controlling the ball in center field, playing it up to Jared Manis. Manis plays it up number 24 for the Falcons. Stealing through into the 18 inside the box, dribbling in, and Schultz comes out and on the ground for the pickup.
That's another one of those that it wasn't called the first half, so you don't want to see it called this half, but you wonder if Paredes got a touch on it. It had to get a touch on it. If not, number 24, who was that?
Ryan Pretlow.
Pretlow has had some opportunities during the first half, and not much on them, but that one looked to be a little dangerous.
3-2, the Falcons pass it back in to Jared Mannix. Playing to his brother Caleb in the center field, playing it down the far side of the field. Number 8, Paniagua controlling it. Colin Schaefer that's Michael Henry.
Paniagua on the dribble, looking to penetrate, and from the right hash puts one up through the uprights or over the wall on a Thursday.
Be a goal kick for the Tigers as Schultz sets it up.
Good work back by Ethan Witherspoon that time as the ball does go off of him, but that's one of those tricky calls too. I mean, he's getting pushed the whole time as he's trying to trap that, so you got to be perfect. Blake Vibrett trying to sidestep Mandis. Mandis with a shot on, and again, nowhere close. So, again, it's kind of the same story this half so far as Fort Campbell's. They're okay with staying 20, 22 yards out, taking shots, and so far nothing really threatening. The most threatening has been the penetrating dribbles and attacks through the back line in the 18, and there's just been one of those so far this half, so maybe the Tigers can keep those down as that ball's now played through the defense. Fort Campbell's working hard to try to get rid of it out of danger.
Darren Manis plays it out of bounds. It's going to be a Falcons throw-in, number 15. Back to Cerato's controlling the ball, dropping it back to number 15 right here in the middle of the field. Bringing down this left-hand side, number 15 with the Falcons.
Max Epting, who had a lot of minutes during the first half.
Play the center to Mandis, number 6, controlling the ball, bringing it across to the far end of the field, plays it over to Paniagua, who plays it out of bounds. Tigers throw in with Hunter Trimble.
Both of these teams are very similar in that they're one step, one pass away a lot of times from executing the way they want to. And you see that, and I look out and I'm thinking, man, a lot of that looks just like Caldwell County. They know what they're trying to do, but it seems like sometimes things are just one step late.
very evenly matched teams tonight. I believe this is a good matchup. It's good, a lot of aggression, and the refs are letting them play through a lot. Shot goes wide.
Yeah, definitely a physical matchup. Nothing dirty by no means. I haven't seen anything that I would consider dirty, but it has been physical, and being a contact sport, that's something you like to see. Let's just play it out and see who the better team is.
Falcons play it up, got control of the ball, just shy of the middle of the field, playing it out to Paniagua, bringing down the right-hand side on the far end of the field now, bringing down the line, playing it up into the Tigers' defensive third, but stopped by Jack Kinsolvin, but going to play it back up to Viverette. Viverette controlling it. He's got some good touches on the ball, playing it up, looking for Witherspoon.
Ball takes a bounce to Hagan. Hagan plays it through, and Witherspoon trying to break it down, and Bryson Bannister getting a good position and drawing the foul for the Tigers. It's a good opportunity for the Tigers, as it's a little out of shooting range, so everyone is going to expect this ball to be floated in probably. Fort Campbell looking to play a high line about 25 yards out, so see if it's going to be a chip.
Kinsolvin with a touch, playing it over, looks like to be Viverette's going to be there. Playing it down, dropping it in.
Well done. Oh, man. The placement of the chip, the trap to get it down, to get something on it, all of that looked great. The finish just wasn't there this time by Viverette, but there was a great recognition and great attempt and run work ethic by both of those players.
So we get Jack a break, and Josh Sherrill's going to come onto the field now, number 26 for the Tigers, playing on to be a left wing.
Andrew Risley going to step in and take Jack's position at center defense. Again, most of the season, that's been a position of Josh Hagan, who's been playing that center defensive role, and Jack has been playing more of a center midfield. But tonight, those two players have swapped roles as Fort Campbell looks now to attack. That is Andrew Risley in the center back position to step up and snuff that out momentarily. Group defending by the Tigers over on the right-hand side in front of the concession stand, and Michael Henry there to clear that out for a Fort Campbell corner. Again, that looks like Cerritos. Is it Cerritos? Paniagua? One of the two of them doing great work on the right-hand side, trying to take on multiple defenders, and kind of desperate defending by the Tigers. Corner kick is sent in by the Falcons. Ball's flicked around and going to go out for another Fort Campbell corner kick.
So Kinsolvin's going to be back in, and Colin Schaefer, Bryson Bannister coming off, and Josh Hagan are going to get a break. They both got some good minutes in, giving them a little bit of a breather, get some water, probably get a little bit of instruction from the coach, and see what we got going on here. Jack Kinsolvin's back in a center back position.
Well, I'm not sure if that's. We'll have to see where he goes once they step out. As the ball's whipped in. Oh, wow. Wow, sitting there talking about what's future going to hold, and Fort Campbell says enough of that, and that was a beautiful cross and finish by the Falcons, unmarked on the back side of that goal, and plays it in off the side post.
And that's one of them ones you just can't stop. You have them shots at nights, and some of them you're just not going to be able to stop.
After that goal, it's going to be tied up just under 30 minutes. As the Fort Campbell Falcons are 1-1 here in the second half, just under 30 minutes left to go in the game. We're going to take a quick break, get a word from our sponsor. Welcome back here at Butler Stadium as the score is all knotted up at 1, just under 30 minutes left to play in the first half. We did have a player go down momentarily, but for the Tigers, and I can't remember now who that was, but they are up and no subs. Kinsolving back in the center of the field collects the ball, looking to play 1-2 with Colin Schaefer. Fort Campbell snuffs it out, now attacking the other direction.
Backwards with the ball, looks to be inside the 18 on the far end of the field, but play back out by Kinsolving. Kinsolving controlling the ball, looking up, seeing who he's got, playing it up to Colin Schaefer. Colin Schaefer going to play up the middle, looking for Witherspoon. Witherspoon's getting a shove.
Contact in the back, yes.
Thank you.
Yes, he's been getting a little contact just about every time, and finally he gets the call. Oh, Viverette looking to play it quick, but no one's ready for it. Colin Schaefer now sees him. Now the ball's played in. He is onside. Ball's going to drop down into the 18. Oh, the movement, the slice. He's saying there's contact, but there wasn't enough to draw any kind of foul off of that. It's one he's going to want back, but at 12 yards out, you want to see that one on the frame, but it was a good recognition by Viverette to see him and pick him out there.
Yeah, they're starting to connect more and looking up and seeing where the players are at and being wise with the game, and that's what we have to do with our team. We're just going to have to look for our players, keep possession, and try to get one in the back of the net. Ooh.
Yeah, looked like it may have went off a hand there as Jack Kinsolving steps in there, trying to find quickly Darian Francis on this right-hand side, but Amanda steps in as he continues his run down the left-hand side. Fort Campbell looking to break. Cuts in, looks to cross, does so. Ball's bouncing around. That's going to be Paniagua on the right-hand side. Now 1v1 with Trimble. Josh Sherrill steps in to give some cover, and that's going to be Trimble to come. Almost had, that was Risley actually. Ball's clipped in, but nothing there.
Taking another shot from outside that 18. We keep them there, and we'll take those. We'll take those. You keep going wide with them.
Sure, definitely. And, you've got a game now, 25 minutes left to go, and I mentioned it on Tuesday's broadcast. It's a game that they expected to win. They felt like they could have won. This is a game you were winning, and you can win. So the intensity has to be stepped up a little bit, and hopefully we can get another one in the back of the net here. Falcons win that one off of a goal kick. Now they're looking at attack again.
And we're controlling the ball. Amanda's playing up through the middle. Looks like Darian.
It's a good hard shot by Fort Campbell on the ground, but for a keeper of Barrett's caliber, that's nothing doing there.
Plays it up forward, and number 15 looks like this one's going to possibly.
It's going to go out. It's going to go out for a blue throw-in. Deep. Colin, I don't know what kind of arm he's got, but if he can find Viverette, he's wide open in the middle of the field. But we're going to decide to get some numbers forward now and maybe be a better option. Nathaniel Paredes, who can heave a ball pretty good ways, does find Jack Kinsolving in the middle of the field now.
Playing back out to Paredes on this close line here.
Oh, well done.
Colin Schaefer now with the ball going towards the 18 on the far side and try to bring it in. Went off a Falcon player. Falcons got control of it. We're going back down the line, but Paredes was there to block it for now a Falcons throw in.
You seen Colin Schaefer. He's trying to, I think, get that ball on his dominant left foot, but he was one touch away from getting something on it. It's number 24.
Monroe, I think.
Pretlow looking to attack now. Looks to switch it and trying to find Paniagua, but instead finds Mandis and tackled away. This time Andrew Risley, all ball.
Tackle.
Well done, strong tackle.
Josh Sherrill now with the ball, playing it up, looking for Schaefer. Good connection there. Schaefer now playing it back to Francis. Francis with the ball, playing it back to Kinsolving. Kinsolving's controlling the ball. A little bit of a battle there. Back out to Francis down on this close line here.
Whoa.
Another late.
Yeah, I mean,
tackle by number 15 for the Falcons. I think that's the second one we've seen from him tonight with no call on it yet.
It's a great work, though, as Andrew Risley comes over and makes a little contact with his own teammate there, but Blue is able to get it out. Let's find Hagan now on the attack. Hagan with a nice shot, playing the ball to Colin Schaefer. Schaefer looking for the 1-2, but a little miscommunication there.
Falcons throwing, coming in quick from number 15. I think we said that was Max Epting.
We talk about the intensity of this game. 23 minutes and counting left to go in the second half. The admission is free, so if you're in the area, it is stepping up, and it is becoming a fun game to watch. So stick your head in and see what's going on here. But it's a 1-1 here at Butler Stadium here in the second half. Tigers looking for their first win of the season against the Fort Campbell Falcons.
Like you said earlier, talking about Witherspoon coming in to play defense. They've got him now coming in and subbed in for who went out, but he's now playing the left back. Falcons controlling the ball, going down the right-hand side. Cerritos with it, back up to the middle of the field, playing it down the right-hand side, down to Paniagua. Paniagua juked with a good split, looking for the shot. Shot deflected, and Schultz with the block. It bounced off his hands a little bit from him, and another Falcons player followed it up, but luckily he got his hands on it again, stopped it. Back up to the middle of Kinsall and coming to the middle of the field, looking down, looking for Viverette. Viverette's got it. About in the defensive third of the Falcons. Dribbling to come down his right-hand side, battling for the ball hard.
Well done. Well done by Viverette, working hard. Ball falls to Colin Schaefer at the 18. Tackle, that's got to be it is a foul. Yes, sir. There's no doubt about that one. There's been a lot of contact on these tackles, but that one was undeniable. Something had to be called there. So, as it's a dangerous free kick now, man, I thought we was fixing to have us a goal there.
He's looking good. Viverette still not over the ball, taking them on, and then passing up to Colin. Looks like Kinsolving is going to be the one to take the free kick. We're just right at the top of the
arc there. So what is that, 22, 23 yards away?
Yeah, roughly about 23, 22 yards.
Oh, wow, off the crossbar. Oh, man, after seeing all the reps that he puts in the backyard, you want to see that one hit the back of the net. But far post puts that one off the crossbar. It's a nice attempt by Kinsolving. But still all tied at 1. So the intensity has stepped up. The Tigers have answered. Both teams are playing tough, trying to get that go-ahead goal. So we'll see what the rest of the game holds.
Falcons now with a goal kick, playing it up, playing it number 23 for him. Thomas Monroe playing it up to Mandis, now out wide on the far end of the field, like a Paniagua. Back to the middle of the field. Looks like Hagan coming up, stole it away from the Falcons, trying to control it. Ball loose and nobody's possession. Now back on this close right here.
Oh, great ball chipped in by Hunter Trimble as Colin Schaefer to Viverette. And again, Monroe was able to step in and just get in the way of that as he now looks to counter as the ball is played on this left-hand side. Pretlow in the middle of the field tries to shake and bake Michael Henry, but does have to give it up and tries to spray it out wide, but it does go out of bounds for a Caldwell County throw.
Looks like he's looking for Paniagua, but played him a little bit behind him now with the Tigers throw in. And we're going to have another substitution. Josh Sherrill coming off with Bryce and Bannister back in.
You're really starting to see, I think, too, as this game opens up a little bit, you're starting to see players for Tigers being confident in themselves and taking players on. You've seen a couple times of defensive players falling down and trying to defend, and it's just not working for them. And certain cheeky moves, as you could say, that Viverette and Schaefer, and even simple moves, just chops that Kinsolving that they're doing that's creating space. So that makes this game fun to watch. As the Falcons look to counter, the ball is sprayed in, and
looks like Risley played it back out, but Mandis picked it up. Back over to Pretlow. Number 24 drops it back to 15, Max Epting. He's bringing it down this left-hand side, looking for Pretlow again, but played back out by Hunter Trimble. And goes out of bounds here on this end of the field, left-hand side. Played back in for a Falcons throw-in.
Good talk by Schultz. As you've seen Trimble, it looked like he wanted to drop that ball back, but Schultz didn't want it that time, so he just told him to play it out.
That senior leadership stepping up and telling him, say, play it out, and Trimble listened. And that's what these guys need. They're looking up to these seniors, and they've really built some good confidence in the leadership with the team and the camaraderie. So they're playing well with each other.
Well, as being an underclassman and a senior at one point, this is where you learn from. And you can either learn from the things they do or the things they don't do. And that's important because these freshmen will be seniors one day, and they'll be the ones to pass that on as the Tigers look to break now.
Ball played back, picked up by Max Epting, looking for another throw on the Falcons. That's center field, played into Josh Mandis, Jared Mandis. Hagan and Kinsolvin there, though, to strip the ball from him. Kinsolvin got tangled up, looked like number 33 for a minute. Ball turned back over to the Falcons. Cerritos dribbling to the far end of the field, playing to Paniagua down the line. And looks like we're going to get a card there.
That's awful quick in the books for Kinsolving, as that, I believe, may be his first foul of the game, which is unusual because he is one that likes to get into people. But, that's something that he says, okay, and he's going to have to come off the field now and be subbed off for getting a card. But, for some of the fouls that we've seen in this game, that's kind of soft.
Yeah, it's kind of soft going down with a little bit of push. We've seen a lot of in the back and some late tackles.
And they go ahead and start play
without our substitute.
With our substitute, which is a rule, KHSAA rule. He's got to come off the field, but can't we get a sub back on?
Are they going to get the re-kick for that, though? Is that going to...
Well, I guess...
Can't hear what
they're gonna say it's a free kick right here. So coming out with the keeper. So that's you don't want to reward a team for your mistake, and that's actually what that would have been from a referee standpoint. So either way, no harm, no foul here. Just under 18 minutes left to play in the second half. Both teams still looking for that go-ahead second goal of the game. Oh, good ball floated in by Rice and Bannister. Harold get on his horse, but the keeper's able to come out and beat him to that one.
Playing out back to center field. Cerritos playing it off to Paniagua. From the middle field, playing it down to that right-hand corner. It looks like Cerritos running up for that right-hand side, far in the field, back in the Tigers' defensive third, looking over, played at the middle to Pretlow, or back to Paniagua. Cerritos with it now, dribbling past Michael Henry, playing it over, looking for a connection with Pretlow.
Good group defending, and right in front of the goal was Barrett. Was able to see the ball the whole time and was able to come out and collect that.
That wasn't Pretlow. That was Paniagua. He crossed the ball into. But played back out now. Falcons control at the center, coming back and attack for the Tigers. Over to Paniagua down the right-hand side. Playing it again down to Cerritos, running. He's in a foot race, coming in the middle, coming down 101.
Oh, great save by the keeper, Schultz. Standing strong, and every inch of his small frame was able to get where it needed to be and make that save.
That boy is quick. Back down the right-hand side, looking like Cerritos is there for the touch. And the Tigers throw in. Witherspoon there to try and get the ball out. Look, a good deflection off of Cerritos as it goes out for a Tigers throw.
Witherspoon hammers that ball off him, make sure it goes out of bounds. As this game's starting to open up a little bit in the center of the field, Fort Campbell seems to be having the one that's taking advantage of that space, but hopefully the Tigers can turn things around as Fort Campbell now have the throw in, finds Pretlow in the middle of the field. Pretlow to find Cerritos.
Like Paniagua with a shot. Schultz is there.
For those watching home, you can tell, but Cerritos, Paniagua, both across the field look similar. So that's why I'm calling him 8. I'm calling him one thing, he's calling him the other. So obviously we got a deflated ball on the field for the second time, and maybe there'll be an investigation after the game, see what's going on. But
we'll see how the score turns out.
Maybe that's all how it changes. But
Schultz with a kick, going up that left far end of the field. Went straight out. Don't think anybody got a touch on it. But yeah, Falcons throw. Substitutions on. Kinsolvin back in with Hagan. Hagan's going to come off and take a breather. The Falcons are going to sub 2.
It's going to be Noah Sloan coming on. And number 5.
At the very top, Ben Hyde coming off to catch a breather.
Mandis now collects the ball, looking to cross the halfway point.
Looking for Cerritos, but played up to Witherspoon. Witherspoon back up the field. 5 red there, controlling and stole it from Mandis. Controlling center field, looking across. Oh, with that little cutback. Playing it up. Looking for J.J. Harold. Little hard on the touch, I believe. Ball played back out by keeper coming over, and it's going to be a throw-in on the Tigers right here at the half field on our side. Trimble with the ball. Looking for Colin Schaefer. Schaefer with the ball, collects it. Schaefer controlling it.
Mandis doing a great job of defending. Now back and forth. Colin Schaefer muscles him out. Schaefer looking to play the ball through. Instead going to take it on the dribble on his left foot. Trying to rip one, and that defender steps in for the Falcons, now looking to break. Oh, great job by hustling back for Schaefer, though.
Back on the man and went for the tackle and missed it, but back up on him playing defense.
That's what you teach the kids at a young age. You make a mistake, you fix it yourself. Don't let somebody else do it for you.
Penny crossing over to Predlow in the middle box, number 32 for the Falcons with a shot about 8 yards out, but it went high.
That's a dangerous one. That was one that Falcons are going to want back. He's wide open 1v1 with the keeper. You got to make the keeper work, but maybe the saves that Schultz has came up with has made the shooter think a little before he took that one. It was on a bounce, so maybe he just caught it a little funny. But still 1-1, just 14 minutes left to go in the second half here at Butler Stadium.
Number 3 with the Falcons. Cerato's playing up Paniagua on the far end of the field. He's going to play right out of bounds for the Tigers throw in. Ethan Witherspoon there to throw it in, looking possibly for Francis. Plays up to Darian Francis in the line, but Cerato's beats him to the ball. Colin Schaefer there. Him and Cerato's battle, and Cerato's wins coming down the corner. And a little aggression there with Witherspoon, and got Cerato's there with a little bump, and they're going to get a free kick out of it.
Seems like you've almost got a tail of. Oh, wow. That was a good effort.
Good ball over, looking to connect with Paniagua, and tried to head it in, but just went wide.
It's almost a tale of two referees here. You got one referee on one side that doesn't like it the game quite as rough as what the one on the near side does. So you got to kind of adapt with who's calling which side.
Another fight for the ball as the ball's played up. Number 19, the Falcons controlling it, playing it back up, looking for Paniagua. Paniagua missed it with Ethan Witherspoon playing it back down, looking to be in the defensive third of the Falcons. The kick coming over this close side here with Max Epstein, plays it up, looking for number 32. The Falcons back into Jared Mandis. Mandis in the center of the field, looking for the left corner for number 24, Pretlow. Pretlow controlling the ball just outside the 18. Him and Grizzly taking it on inside the box, looking to cross it over, and I believe he was trying to take a shot and just went wide. He come off that right foot, and it's going to be a Tigers goal kick.
Again, that's from being the coach in me comes out and sees. That's why you want to teach a left foot. When you're in that position there's no shot for a right foot in that position, trying to get your hips around. And as he's seen, it goes in the side netting most every time. Blake Vivrette working hard, able to win that ball on a goal kick. Vivrette 1v2 in the middle of the field. This time Fort Campbell's able to take it away.
Coming down the ball with Paniagua on a foot race with Witherspoon. Now he's caught back up with him. See what kind of moves he's got. Number 3, Certo is playing it up, going back out to Paniagua, and they play it out of bounds for another Tigers throw in.
We talked earlier on in the game about Ethan Witherspoon's speed. Paniagua's going to find out. Now he's got to get around him now.
If you beat him, you better go. Don't try and come back and juke and be cheeky with it like we talked about earlier. You better go because he's going to catch you. He's got that fire in him. Falcons playing it up the right-hand corner, looking to be a cross, go and get control of the ball at the flag. And off of Michael Henry, going to be a Falcons corner kick.
This is about the situation that the Falcons scored last time as the ball's played quickly. Played short, ball's whipped in, looking for a wide-open defender, but it is temporarily cleared momentarily, and the ball's shot wide. So kind of a little bounce as you got a player holding his head, and may have been some contact. Referee does spot it, and he's
calling to come off.
He's going to want off.
Looks like that's going to be Hunter Trimble. We have some contact there when they went up.
There looked to be some contact. He was down for literally a few seconds, and he came up, so you'd like to think it was nothing too disturbing, but needless to say, he feels something he doesn't like, so he wants off the field, and hopefully everything's okay with him. As Josh Hagan steps in, and Jack Kinsolving now drops back to play that right defensive back. So Jack now has played 3 different positions tonight, as has quite a few other Tigers. They've played multiple positions during this game.
And you like to be able to see that. You like to see how versatile your players are as the ball is played up from Barrett Schultz to the middle of the field. Falcons try to bring down this left-hand side and out of bounds now on the Tigers for a Falcons throw and playing into Jared Mandis. He's got his brother there with him trying to juke and get past Josh Hagan. He did for a second. Then Colin Schaefer in there. Jack Kinsolving picking it up. Oh, a late tackle, but he doesn't going to buy that. Colin Schaefer playing it up, looking for 5 red, going down the middle of the field, top of the arch.
Oh,
number 23 there.
Monroe did what most keepers wouldn't want and decided to go for it anyway as the keeper's coming out, but he had to because keeper's beat at that moment. Viverette puts that one away if Monroe doesn't cut that off.
Oh, you're right. If he wouldn't have stepped in there, I believe Viverette would have gotten a shot off there, possibly one in the back of the net. 3 Cerritos playing over to Max Epting, going to get a touch in the ball. Just a little tussle there, and everybody still playing. No foul call. Cerritos coming up to the left-hand side of the field, and Andrew Risley's there to collect it, played out of bounds for what's to be a Falcons throw-in now. We're about in the defensive third for the Tigers. Number 32 for the Falcons. I don't see a name for him.
That's what I was looking for. He's been in the game, feels like all game, and has done well for the Falcons as the Tigers look to break, trying to find Viverette in the middle of the field, but Monroe sends it back towards the 18.
Monroe's been very solid tonight for the Falcons, and it's really hard to get across, get past him. Looks fairly tall player. As the ball's played out of bounds, going to be a Tigers throw-in. He's fairly tall, and he's got a set of wheels under him as well. As we mentioned before, Blake Viverette's not the slowest player, but he was able to get around him to beat him. Viverette's played most of this game, so you got to wonder if fatigue has set in any for the Tigers. But, again, both teams looking for that go-ahead goal. Just 8 minutes left to go in the second half. Mandis played over to Predlow. Predlow plays back out to Mandis. Just outside the defensive third, getting a little cheeky there with it. Colin Schaefer steals it away, coming down center field. We're in the middle of the field now, playing it up, looking for J.J. Harold on the right side. Gerald and Epstein on a foot race, but J.J., now he's controlling it. He got beat out. Epstein coming up the right-hand side, and Bryson's there to play it out of bounds and stop him down the defensive third for the Falcons. It's going to be a throw-in. Going coming down the line, now 18 and number 32 with Jack Hinshaw. Jack Hinshaw steals it, playing up the field. Playing to the center, looking for Colin Schaefer. Schaefer coming in.
Oh, that's got to be,
yes.
Again.
Thank you.
He doesn't like that none to any. If that's he wants the ball. He's wanting to go quick, but I believe Fort Campbell's defense is going to set up and not allow him to go very quick.
I think a little delay getting the ball back out to him as well. You like to take those advantage sometimes. We can get those kicks off quick. You kind of catch the defense sleeping and possibly keeper put one in the back of the net at times like that. Jack Hinshaw is going to take the kick here.
Oh, shot is on, and that time it's wide. Man, I'm sitting here thinking after the first one he had off the crossbar, this one he's dialed in. And it was height-wise, but width-wise now just a little wide.
Goal kick now for the Falcons, playing it up. Just shy of the center of the field. Going up a 50-50 ball there. Hagan controlling it, and they call a handball.
Fort Campbell now wanting to play quick as the ball is sitting down in place. They're looking to play the ball through the back line of the defense. And that's going to be Cerritos to bring it down to his chest. A couple step overs, but Michael Henry in a good defending position. Does get a foot on it and plays the ball out for a Fort Campbell throw-in.
Paniagua now going to throw, looking for Cerritos. Cerritos brings the ball down, playing back to Paniagua. Goes to Michael Henry, playing it up the field. Back to the Falcons, which I don't think he got it, so I believe it's going to be another throw-in for the Falcons. Cerritos now with the ball, playing it into Mandis, center of the field. Oh, and Colin Schaefer comes up to challenge him. Number 19 Falcons bringing this close into the field here. Playing it up into the Tigers' defensive third, looking for Paniagua. Calls him offsides.
Going to be offside. One thing that the Falcons do have, they do have some speed on their back line, as we've seen moments ago as the ball was played into J.J. Harold. As number 15 for Fort Campbell, Epting, was able to get on his horse and get back and defend that very well. So, the Tigers are going to have to play a quality pass to get through this Fort Campbell defense or beat them on the dribble. So we'll see if they're able to break them down with 5 minutes left to go in the game and get their first win of the season.
Subs coming in as Nathan Paredes comes back in, calling J.J. Harrell off.
Again, a shift. We'll have to start coming up with names of these shifts for the Tigers tonight, as we have multiple players shifting positions and going maybe to a more usual position for most players. Paredes coming back in for his outside back position, and Jack going centrally, and Schaefer going more up top.
Ball played in the middle of the field by the Falcons, controlling it, coming on the side of number 32 for him, getting control of the ball. Now to Caleb Mandis, looking for that left-hand corner for Predlow, not there as we bring the ball to the middle of the field with Colin Schaefer control it. He's got a 1v1 going on with number 19, playing up to Viverette. Viverette coming to the middle of the field, looking for Monroe, but Monroe steals it back. Bring it back, but Schaefer, it's a battle. Like you said, it's starting to open up here in the middle of the field, and Falcons with the ball at the far end, right at the center.
Both teams wanting another victory, as the Falcons have one on the season. The Tigers don't have any, but you see both teams really fighting, and it's been a great end of this game so far. Hopefully someone will get rewarded and it won't end in a draw.
And now we're looking for Cerritos playing it up, but Jack Kinsolvin in there, steal it away from Jack, looking for a player to play to. Drops it back to Michael Henry. Michael Henry gauging, looking back to Kinsolvin. Kinsolvin cuts, coming up the center field, looking for Colin Schaefer possibly there. Played up, Colin deflection. It looks like Bryson Bannister going to be there to collect it up. Controls the ball, plays it up to Schaefer. Schaefer gets a touch on it. Dribbling up to just outside the 18.
Looking back for Bryson, but they had to play it out deep.
And the Tigers want to throw in. Nathan Paredes gearing back, you ready to throw it in, seeing what we can get on this here now. We're in the Falcons' defensive third.
Hagen wide open in the middle of the field. Paredes picks him out. Shot on, and it is deflected out as the break is on now for the Falcons. Kinsolving having to get back and defend, having to be careful as he already sitting on a yellow card. Does a great job of slowing up the attack.
Him and Cerritos tangled up. Playing up to Paniagua. Paniagua slowing it down for a Falcons throw in. Paniagua controlling the ball. Looking for a cross. Crossing over. Looking for Predlow. Predlow make no run as the ball comes down to Bryson Bannister down on this side of the field in the Tigers' defensive third. Playing up to center. Looking for Viverette. Viverette controlling the ball. Trying to play it up. And Monroe there to stop him. Playing down the far side of the field now with Paniagua looking for Cerritos.
Nothing's going to come easy for either team right now as time is ticking down.
Oh, Witherspoon now with the kick, playing it up, and Viverette's on the run. Viverette's still coming on for number 19 with the Falcons. Kicked it up and over with the volley. Colin Schaefer and Monroe going to tackle up now. Ball played back up, looking for Cerritos.
You're starting to see a lot of hopeful balls being played by both teams as that ball's dropped back to Ethan Witherspoon now. Again, Witherspoon stepping in and having to win that as he's got two defenders on him. Fort Campbell's able to get possession, looking to play the ball through. 1v1, Paredes, ball is touched. And positioning. That was a position save by Barrett Schultz. He's off his line. It's the only place he can be. And they try to play around him. Rolls wide. All knotted at one still. Thankfully and luckily for the Tigers.
Clock's been stopped at 2 minutes. I'd say there's probably just a little less than that now left in the game here. Schultz going to take the goal kick.
Hey, Caleb, shake it off, dude!
Trimble here steps to the sideline looking to come on. Next stoppage we have. So Schultz plays it in, looking for Viverette. Takes a weird bounce, bounces past him.
The Falcons look like they're going to let it roll to bounce for the throw in. No one coming in, and Colin Schaefer's there to win it, controlling the ball in center field, looking for his wing. Nobody here, though, playing it back over, looking for Hagen. Hagen playing it up to Darian Francis. Darian Francis controlling it, coming down the line, and taps it out of bounds for Falcons throw in.
It's nice to see looking for Francis to take the players on 1v1. Unfortunately, it rolls out of bounds as Hagen does a great job of defending there. Sends the ball back to the back line.
Looks playing it up, and a bad deflection, but there you got Nathan Paredes there to kick it up. It was looking for Bryce, a little hard on touch, played it out of bounds.
It's like the Tigers are looking to be cautious as they don't want to give up another goal. However, you kind of want to attack some too because it's still your game to lose or win, however you want to look at it. As Bryson Bannister steps in, finds Colin Schaefer in the middle, looks to play a 1-2, finds Viverette. Viverette plays on for Bryson Bannister, and Epling is able to sniff that one out.
See a little bit of fatigue setting in with the players, I think, on both teams. Perez with the ball, good body playing with the position. Good. Now Hagen to bang up. Tyler can't speak.
Game getting excited and all kinds of things going through your head.
That's offsides, yes, definitely.
The referee calls offsides with the help of his linesman, Alan Schaefer, tonight. And he had to arm the flag raised early on. So you definitely don't want to be game end on a bad call like that. So Barrett Schultz to bring the ball up 10 yards past 15.
Up and Colin Schaefer back to center mid as Kinselvin comes off. Kinselvin has played multiple positions tonight, has looked well and solid at all of them, and that's what you like to see in your players. You like to have one of those players, or multiple players for that matter, that you can put anywhere on the field and you know that they're going to be a great help, and whether it's defensive line and the center mids.
And Kinselvin has a little hitch in his step, but as the ball is floated in, looking for Vivrette does get something on it. Ball falls dead in the box, and then it's cleared out as it comes out to Nathaniel Paredes. Paredes looking to keep possession. There's not much time left on the clock. Paredes puts the defender in a spin cycle, trying to find Vivrette. And Bryson Bannister working hard, able to win the ball back now. 32 for Fort Campbell, and that's going to go out for a Caldwell County throw-in. Tigers battling, trying to pull the W out of this game.
Vivrette with the deflection inside the box, going back out.
That's a dangerous play, but they're not going to call that. Attempted bicycle kick. I thought he missed the ball.
Hagen got a foot on it just a little much, and
that's going to be the end of the game as the referee calls it. I knew we were close, and that was going to be the last effort. Hagen gets a hold of it, but man, it was taking bounces and hops, and it was just a challenge to get something on the end of that. So here we are at the end of the game. The Tigers end in a draw 1-1 with Fort Campbell Falcons. We're going to go ahead and go to a word from our sponsors as we'll bring it back to you here for a post-game wrap-up.
We've got you covered. Introducing PermaPlate, the interior and exterior protection designed to keep your vehicle looking new. Inside your vehicle, the Fiber Guard and Leather Guard provides maximum protection from oil and water-based stains and odors caused by spills, rips, tears, and burns. The exterior of your vehicle is protected by PermaPlate's Paint Guard, which provides an armor against bugs, bird droppings, tree sap, sun damage, fading, and oxidation, and hard water stains. And PermaPlate's warranty is second to none. Should cover damage occur to your vehicle, they will repair or replace the damaged area at no cost. PermaPlate is now available only at Trices Incorporated in Princeton.
This is Fred Folds with the Woodall Agency in Princeton. We have served the small business owners of this area for over 100 years. If you have trouble understanding liability or workers' comp insurance, are your insurance premiums spiraling out of control? Whether you're a furniture store on Main Street, a plumber or electrician, or a locally owned bank or car dealer, we have a policy for you. We are the business insurance experts. Give me a call at 365-5541. You'll be glad you did.
Get into shape and feel good at Trilogy Performance Sports in Princeton. Trilogy Performance Sports offers a wide range of classes to help you reach your fitness and well-being goals. Trilogy Performance Sports offers yoga, gymnastics, sports training, team training, cardio kickboxing, and weightlifting. They have family discounts, and your first class is free. Come work out in a family-friendly environment. Trilogy Performance Sports is located directly behind Cash Express in Princeton. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. Be better than you used to be at Trilogy Performance Sports, Princeton. Telephone 270-601-1824.
Adam, we're back here at Butler Stadium at the end of the draw between the Caldwell County Tigers and Fort Campbell Falcons. Game ends 1-1. Then Tigers with a goal from Blake Vivrette with an assist from Colin Schaefer as he's able to toe poke over the goalkeeper that was coming out. And the Fort Campbell Falcons were able to tie it up. I believe it was on a corner kick or short corner, something in the corner that was played over. It was a great finish on a head off the post. And player was unmarked, but, it was a good finish, good goal. So, we talked early on in the broadcast about the Tigers needing a result. They got one.
They definitely got a result. I think this is going to help build their confidence as you talk about coming into district play, and as the upcoming the teams are going to be playing. They're going to be playing some tough teams. I believe you said the next game was going to be against Callaway County, and then we had
we got Lyon County and then Hopkins Central following those.
Central, and there are definitely going to be some tough games as battling out with those teams. But with a 1-1, and we can consider that one a victory for the Tigers and bring their confidence up some, and to see that they can play, they can hang, and if they just connect with each other and look and play possession and play soccer, that we can win. We can pull these out.
Definitely, and this is, we talked about building in the game, building in the season. Everything is foundation. You want to set something up, and you want to progress on it. And so, being able to get a draw at this game, you hope that next game they can carry that confidence over, even to a Caldwell County, who is a very good team. You can still do a lot of good things, and you can still build confidence in your players and your teammates. And then, because coming up after that is Lyon County, a very winnable game for the Tigers, and also Hopkins Central, a very winnable game. So those are two games that I think you can lead into that, if you come to play, you can get results out of. So, however, the draw of tonight, maybe not what everyone wanted. It's never fun to tie. It's definitely better than a loss. And it's a result. It's something you can move forward to. So
it definitely is. We saw some experimentation tonight with moving some players around. Ken Sullivan playing as center mid, center back, playing an outside back. Ethan Witherspoon dropping back from forward to build up some intensity to kind of combat some of the speed with you had Cerritos and Paniagua with the Falcons coming on, and he did that. He hung on with it real well, and just seeing now the players being able to transition, moving Colin Schaefer around from forward to center mid. Same thing with Bryson, and in addition with our Darian Francis and Marion Bush coming back and playing with the Tigers again, and adds up a little bit more of depth with your bench and what you've got to choose from, and it's only going to help out. And I think Coach Schaefer is going to be able to pull a lot away from this game tonight and work with his Tigers from here for the next game.
Definitely, and that's something that the big thing that I seen coming out of tonight's game was the fact that there was so much energy after the goal. Tigers were able to get out to a lead, and they sensed it, and they're like, we can do this. And that was one of the few times where they've had something to rally around. They scored a goal early in the year. It was late in the game. I think they were already down by a few goals, but this one puts them up, puts them in a position to succeed, and they realize now just the belief is true. It's not